What has come into being in him was life, and the life was the light of all people. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness did not overcome it. John chapter 1, verses 3b through 5. In a rural town on the northern shore of Lake Managua, in the shadow of mighty volcanoes, there are people bringing light and hope and life in the midst of darkness.
I am Alina Saucedo.
I'm Michael Keys.
We are a missionary and volunteer of the United Methodist Church of the General Board of Global Ministries.
Over the past 10 years, we've been called to serve as GBGO missionaries in different Methodist churches and projects in Central and South America, coordinating construction, volunteer teams, promoting projects,
alternative education, sound finances, and program development training as well. Today we are serving in Women and Community Association project that is located in an impoverished and vulnerable area of San Francisco Libre in Nicaragua. This is a country where the patriarchal system is very entrenched, where there's a lot of chauvinism and there's a lot of abuse of women as well as youth and children.
The Women and Community Association works with women and youth in human rights, health, education, and economic projects so they can transform their lives and their communities. We condemn acts of violence against children and women. No more abuse. Women and Community works with women so they can empower themselves and transform their lives, ending the gender violence against them.
Yo no cociné. ¿Vos no me trajiste leche?
¿Cómo que no cocinaste?
No te...
Promovemos los derechos.
Promoting women's rights not to be abused and violated, not physically, psychologically, or economically.
Las mujeres.
Women are becoming aware that they are as valuable to God just like men.
Hombres.
Para mí significa lograr cambios.
For me, it means to achieve changes in my life and assist other women who experience violence to make changes. We help make them aware, to learn about laws and how to get out of violence.
Yo trabajo con un grupo de autoayuda.
I work with a mutual care group, working with 8 women, and we talk about violence issues such as how to defend themselves from male offenders and how overcome life when they are experiencing violence.
Salir adelante cuando están viviendo violencia.
Reproduzco talleres.
I reproduce workshops and raise awareness to other women on various topics about human rights, values, recognize violence, reproductive and sexual rights.
Reproductivos y sexuales.
Uno de los obstáculos ha sido muchas veces.
One obstacle many times has been man criticism. Many times in the mutual care group, women do not attend because it is the husbands insisting on them not to go and telling them this is not for them, that what we are talking about is madness. They are not really issues that they care about or they are interested in.
De que les interese.
Y comunidad apoya a las mujeres en su...
As Women and Community, we accompany women to get out of violent relationships by denouncing husbands and ex-husbands that do not contribute to a food pension for the children. We help women to learn about laws that protect them and the children. We are realizing that God wants us to live happy lives free of violence.
Sin violencia.
Welcome to all to the 6th Annual Youth Festival with the theme HIV Prevention. Women and Community promotes youth leadership. After 9 years of work, the Youth Network Against Violence is working with other youth in their villages to promote gender equity. They are learning about their rights and citizenship, and they are recognizing that God made them women and men with equal rights. It feels very rewarding to be part of the Youth Network because it feels that one contributes in some way to the community, reproducing workshops and sharing the information provided to us in the Youth Network.
When I give workshops, I'm happy, content, joyful, excited, because it's something that I like to share with my peers, because I share my experiences and they share their experiences and we discuss the issues.
I have been in the network since I was 15 years old, and this has helped me to gain knowledge of issues that I really didn't know.
Thanks to the leadership program, several youth have grown and now they're able to celebrate the opening of a community youth radio, which is broadcasting several educational spots and programs. Thanks to donations of equipment and support, we are able to realize this dream.
Yes, así es, así es.
Radio Eco Juvenil presenta tu programa Mitos y Realidades. ¿Será que en la primera relación no queda embarazada?
In the previous block, we had a small informative tip on Nicaragua's national flower. Personally, the radio has been very important for me because I've developed as a person. But above all, I have gained an unforgettable experience. This opportunity means to me I am being heard by others. I have a spot that others have not had, and the opportunity to provide information not only to young people but also to adults. I've learned now to communicate with people, and now we have a greater communication with the community.
In the recent years, youth and women are working together in different communities with awareness educational programs on issues related to citizen rights, protecting the environment, culture, and sports. The key is education and the opportunity.
Ustedes van a marcar ahí los que ustedes crean conveniente.
Women and Community had provided scholarships to our staff, so now we are all professionals. Our education program provides scholarships to teenager and youth for secondary, technical, and university education. All youth are all from impoverished families in remote villages, where students live far from schools. We trust in God that these young people will be able to develop themselves. Participate in this scholarship program was the only opportunity I had to go to college to start my studies. It did not cover everything, but it was a help, and I was motivated to go forward, to not give up.
Before I was awarded a scholarship, my life was without objective, or perhaps it had one, but not a goal that I was going to meet because I did not have the means to do so.
Today, I'm currently working in a child development center. I am an educator and I'm working with children. My career, I studied social work. Then it has a lot to do with the well-being of our community.
Hola vecina, ¿cómo le va con esa gran panzota?
Bien. No sé qué será que me pueden dar. Eso no tiene nada de malo, pero sí yo me voy a hacer. Pues vayan a la psicóloga. Bolear un papel.
Women and Community supports women's health and the capacity to take good care of themselves. God does not want women just to serve others and doesn't want them to damage their health, giving birth to a ton of children. God wants them healthy and wants them to have the children they want as long as their health is good.
Estén al cuidado de su salud.
Women and Community works with pregnant adolescents and girls who have recently had babies. They go through a process to strengthen their self-esteem so they can make better decisions about their development before having more children.
Pues a mí me han parecido muy bien.
For me, it seems very good. I feel I have more information so that I can help other people when I see they have a problem that is the same subject we have talked about. To tell women to not be manipulated by men, we have rights to defend ourselves, rights to say what we feel.
A opinar lo que sentimos.
Women and Community promotes economic independence of women through training and low-interest credits. Women work every day at home, but do not have access to get an income to cover her needs and their children's needs. It is a help given to us, women, to work, because here in the rural area there are few people who have a salary. It made me feel that I have something, that I can depend on my own. Women who farm, women of the communities, do not have a chance to get loans in banks because we are poor women who have no guarantee. We do not have an opportunity in the bank. I feel happy. I feel reassured and calm. I am happy and content because it is something that I manage, my income. Here we were able to success thanks to a loan as a group. We organized women groups for small businesses, but also as individuals with low interest rates.
How do we see the light, hope, and life at Women in Community?
My life has changed a lot because I am no longer the same as before. I did not have much knowledge before. I knew nothing of laws. Now I have some knowledge about what laws are, my rights, and I have been able to defend them. Being in this scholarship program means you get training, receive a speech on several topics. With all this helping me to grow personally. For me, this meant a lot. It means what I am now. Being part of the Youth Network Against Violence has personally influenced me in a way I trust more myself. I have more knowledge and I can relate better with people. I feel good because I have the support of a loan.
I graduated and now I'm working in the field of accounting. I feel happy. I feel fulfilled with the goal already achieved, but many more to achieve as well. Thanks to those who donated, those who gave this grain of sand, thanks to all these people who helped us receive scholarships.
I learned to change my way of being, of thinking, how to raise my children, and to create a better environment in the community and in my family. What the Women and Community Association is doing is something that no institution in the municipality has done. For me, the topics are very interesting. I want to finish receiving the information. I want to learn all the subjects that are still pending. I want to support my group and help others.
All these programs are giving light, are giving hope, are giving life. And they are possible thanks to your support through the advance of Christ.
Through the local church, you can support missionaries. In reality, it's the churches who go the extra mile for the covenant relationship that allows us to be serving in mission here in Nicaragua. Not only does that allow us to be here, but it also for all the missionaries in different countries around the world to do the mission work, to know God's love, and to be a part of creating a better world in our times.
Thank you for letting us share with you the story of our mission journey, as well as the work of Women and Community Association in Nicaragua. Blessings for all of you.
Every day you can give light, hope, and life to a world in need through your prayers, presence, gifts, and service.